Hey everyone, I wanted to share a few thoughts about my article that the American Academy of Religions Reading Religion published on February 22nd, 2023, called Sex, Tech, and Faith by Kate Ott. It was a review of her book. And one narrative that I have heard from a lot of conservative Christians, especially over the last I don't know, maybe a couple years or so, has been that they'll say that the world is confused about sexuality. They use that word confused a lot. And I think a lot of the confusion that we're facing today is actually on the part of Christians. And the reason why is because we live in a very complicated world right now. There is there is a disconnect between our origin story and our present situation, especially when it comes to sexuality. And the reason why we feel that so much is because we embody both of those in our sexuality, what we see as our origin story, as well as the complexities that we hold within our bodies today. And so I've written a good bit in the past about the disconnection between evangelical views about our origin story and how that affects our views of sexuality. But um, one area that we need more discussion in is regarding the complexities of our current experience. And the reason why, one major reason why is specifically due to technology, because technology has really made sexuality a very complex experience for many of us. Um, um, you've got pornography that is available everywhere today. You've got matchmaking apps that, nobody ever had a swipe right, swipe left. I don't even know if swipe left is a thing. I've never been on a matchmaking app, so I have no idea. Um, Virtual reality is another new thing that's coming on, and even sex robots is something that is coming more in the future, and people are experiencing now. And so there's so many of these different technological advances that are uh people are experiencing, and that are making our our embodied sexuality difficult to process for many of us. And so, and I think a lot of the conversations, especially in conservative Christianity, about these things tend to lead to shame and disembodiment. And so, if you don't stick to this completely nothing and then completely everything within this one exact context script, and there is no room for any kind of embodiment outside of that, it's very difficult for many of us to consider and to figure out. And so Kate Ott has written this book, Sex, Tech, and Faith, and she's really written it as a holistic Christian sexual ethic based on erotic attunement and the values of curiosity, creativity, flexibility, and care. And she talks about how faith, and specifically Christian faith, can inform these areas of our lives and can interact with technology, so that when we make our decisions about what we engage with in the world and how we embody our sexuality, we're going to be doing it from a much more informed place, rather than a place of, strict adherence to what people tell us we have to do, with all of the threats that are involved with that. So I think it's a really helpful book for becoming aware of what is out there, what the strengths and weaknesses are of different technologies. And I think it will be very beneficial for many of us today um, to take what has embodied, what has our how our origin story has grown us to who we are today, but also meeting us very specifically where we are today in our world with our experience of embodied sexuality.